From suing his own mom to creating shoes for a horse and meeting the president, these are 15 things you didn't know about Luka Dončić.
They're in the corner, Luka! Oh, man! How did he do it? How did he do it? That is Luka magic!
And up first, you're gonna want to get cozy, because Luka is currently dating his longtime girlfriend, Anna Maria Goltes, and like her boyfriend, she's also very successful. At only 24 years old, Goltes is already an established fashion model and fitness instructor. Although being a model is typical for NBA girlfriends. And let's just say Goltes is not your typical NBA girlfriend. Yeah, cause even before Luka was a basketball prodigy, or Goltes was a model, they were childhood friends who met in Croatia at the age of 12. Sheesh! We might have the second coming of Romeo and Juliet on our hands. But Luka and his girlfriend aren't just in a serious relationship, they're also both Christians. How do we know that, you may ask? Well, look no further than Luka's 7 tattoos, because one of these tattoos is an all-seeing eye on the front side of his left forearm. And believe it or not, the all-seeing eye, also known as the Eye of Providence, is an explicit reference to the Holy Trinity. Can I get a hallelujah up in here? That said, not all of Luka's actions line up with his faith. It was August 27th, 2021, and Luka was enjoying his summer vacation in Greece when, ka-chick, the paparazzi caught him enjoying a hookah. Then, within minutes, it became a trending topic on Twitter. In a matter of minutes, he went from Luka Dončić to Hookah Dončić. What can I say? People simply can't get enough of Dončić. So much so, Luka did something few ever have. See, Luka has always looked for ways to connect with fans on a deeper level. And thanks to the developers of Epic AI, that's officially a reality. Because now Luka has his own virtual doppelganger on TikTok, Luke AI. Also known as a self-learning artificial intelligence capable of emotion, physical, and technological growth. In other words, Luke AI will become smarter and grow by interacting with the TikTok community. Fans can get to know him and help make him smarter by engaging with him, Dončić says. He'll reply to their comments, listen to their ideas, and create videos with them too. Yo, forget FaceTime and Zoom, I want to hang out with Luka's metahuman. On the other hand, there's one person Luka doesn't want to hang out with, his former coach, Rick Carlisle. Despite spending 2 seasons together, the two never got on a good footing. Not because of how Carlisle treated Luka, but because of how he treated Luka's friend, Dennis Smith Jr. As prior to Luka, the Mavs wanted Smith to be the face of the franchise. But up to that point, Smith was massively underperforming, and Carlisle wasn't about to let him forget it. By accusing Smith of being jealous of Dončić and pitting the two against each other, when instead it ended up pitting Dončić against Carlisle, causing Carlisle to leave Dallas for India. Now, we know Luka has his teammates' backs, but did you know that he also includes their pets? See, in 2022, Jordan announced the launch of Luka 1 shoes. And you already know Luka hooked up the boys, especially Dorian Finney-Smith. Cause Luka didn't just give Finney-Smith new kicks, he also made custom shoes for his horse to wear. Man, that's some real horse shoes. And if Luka is splurging on his teammate's horse, that can only mean one thing. His car collection is out of this world. From an Audi A7 to a blue Porsche Panamera that can accelerate from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, and a Porsche 911 S Custom Turbo with a 6-digit price tag. Luka is always driving in style. That said, there is one car in Luka's collection that blows the other cars out of the water. His black Lamborghini URUS. The URUS is the first super sport utility vehicle in the world with a max speed of 189 miles per hour. Something that obviously doesn't come cheap, costing around 250 G's. Although that didn't drive Luka away. Instead, my bro dropped around 650 grand to buy a Mansory tuned version. In other words, this dude just took a legendary car and got the most legendary version possible. What a baller move. And speaking of baller moves, my G might be excessive at times, but he also has a heart of gold. Because in 2019, Luka wasn't just saving the Mavericks, he was saving lives. Meet 22-month-old Chris Zudik, who was just like any other kid with one main difference. He had type 1 spinal muscular atrophy, a rare genetic disease affecting the central nervous system and severely hindering motor function in children. But thankfully there was a solution: Zolgensma gene therapy. But the only problem? It cost $2.2 million. Something his parents couldn't even dream of affording. So instead, they launched a crowdfunding campaign, and thankfully, Luka, along with the other Slovenian stars, came up clutch, allowing Zudik to receive gene therapy at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. Fast forward to today, and Zurich is still going strong 3 years later. Bro's a real one for this. However, this isn't the only time Luka used his money for good, because my bro knows the true secret to building a legacy: investing in the next generation. And in 2021, Luka did just that. By partnering with 2K Foundations to rebuild basketball courts in his hometown of Ljubljana, Slovenia. This is a very exciting day for me. These are my childhood courts where I learned and practiced the game, Luka said. The opportunity for kids to play on the same courts and pursue the same dreams I had is something I'm excited about. One night, Luka is dropping 60 points, and the next he's giving back to his community. My man is doing all the right things. Or so we thought. Trust me, you should get your popcorn ready. It was the 2020 All-Star Game, an especially special occasion for Dončić, who received the second most fan votes, behind only King James himself. But rather than putting on a show, Luka had another idea. A salty and buttery idea. Popcorn. See, when the fourth quarter rolled around, the second leading vote-getter was nowhere to be seen. Instead, he was busy interacting with a fan on the bench. Why is that, you ask? This fan had popcorn, of course. Lesson learned. It all comes back to popcorn. While these fans were disappointed, fans were anything but disappointed on December 27, 2022. And it was on this day when Luka didn't just put together an iconic individual performance, he also helped the Mavs do something 13,884 teams couldn't do. As with only 33.2 seconds remaining, the Mavs trailed the Knicks 112-103, when Luka Dončić turned into the second coming of Jesus Christ. I'm talking 6 points in the final 30 seconds, and another 7 points in overtime, en route to a 126-121 overtime victory. Yeah, Luka's that dude. Plus, get this, by the end of the game, Luka's stat line read a staggering 60 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists. Haters gonna hate, but Luka magic is real. And to prove it, think of a card, any card. Got it? Good. Abracadabra. The card you're thinking of is... subscribe to the channel! Gotcha. But do you know what's even better than subscribing to the channel? Meeting President Barack Obama, something Luka can tell you about, since Obama visited his locker room moments before the 2020 Rising game. Only he didn't just come for a typical meet and greet. Obama also came to give Luka some advice. Don't shoot like Jason Kidd. Okay, Barack, I'd like to see you try. Anyway, it's not every day you meet the president. However, it's more rare to get into a legal dispute with your mom. See, I got some explaining to do, because in 2018, Dončić gave his mother permission to register his name as a trademark. However, that ended up being a gigantic mistake, since the Luka Dončić 7 trademark has easily netted his mom's company millions of dollars. So Dončić did what any son would. He asked for his trademark back. But rather than giving it up, his mom played tough love, leading to an intense legal battle between mom and son. Sometimes you can't make this stuff up. Just like you can't make this next fact up. Because in 2021, sports card collector Nick Fiorello made history, dropping a whopping $4.6 million to become the proud owner of a one-of-one Luka Dončić rookie card, making it the most expensive card sale in NBA history, and the second most expensive card, period. Take that, MJ and LeBron James. There's a new GOAT in town. Or at least that's what this rookie card suggests. And if we're speaking hypothetically, basketball doesn't last forever, right? Which begs the question, what's Luka gonna do once he retires? How about joining Dude Perfect? As recently, Luka joined Dude Perfect on an episode of Overtime, and let's just say it went a little better than just okay. Since Luka was so good at trick shots, he made one on his first attempt. No lie, I ain't capping, unlike LeBron. If there's ever a Hall of Fame for Dude Perfect guests, bro's making it on his first ballot. Which brings us to the final thing you didn't know about Luka Dončić. And trust me, we saved the best for last. Only to get there, we're going to have to go back in time, way back, to a time when Luka wasn't the star. His dad was, because believe it or not, Luka's dad, Sasa Dončić, was also once a pro basketball player, playing professionally for clubs in Slovenia, Serbia, and France, during which she had the best ball boy, his son Luka Dončić. Yet, it gets better from here, since Sasa was actually teammates with NBA veteran Goran Dragic. Hold up, this means 6-year-old Luka Dončić was the ball boy for Goran Dragic? Pretty ironic, considering Luka and Dragic were Olympic teammates on the 2021 Slovenian national team. Life really does have a sense of humor. Now we just gotta hope that Luka plays long enough to play with Goran's son Mateo. Just like I hope you check out one of our other videos. Come on, don't do me dirty or else Luka will have some more mopping to do.